Hello everyone, this is Linda. Welcome to Lenny P's Place. Hope everyone's doing well. It's time to get ready for another volume of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. And I'm so excited. The theme for volume 4 is going to be treasure hunt. And even though it doesn't start until July, they have revealed the theme, and they've asked us to create a mood board, just to include the things that we might want to use. That we're supposed to make a wall hanging. That's going to be what we're doing this time. So I'm really excited about that. I've never made a wall hanging, so I'm excited to create one. Now I have thought that I might, instead of making a wall hanging, because we don't have to, we can make whatever we want, but it's kind of in that type of a theme, to put everything on a board, on a piece of fabric, like a sampler, I guess would be a good way to put it. But I was thinking that I could put it into a shadow box or just create it to hang on the wall. That I haven't decided yet. It depends on how many bulky things I use on it. So anyway, we're to create a mood board and include the things that we think we might want to use. Now, I've sort of been leaning towards blues and pinky reds. Is that a color, pinky red? I'm not sure. Reds and pinks, I'll say. But I've also been thinking that I'd like maybe to make my background neutral with laces and just use pops of color when I actually start to work on it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to move these things out of the way for right now, and I'll come back to those. The first thing I have to do is decide what I want to use as my base. Now, I've come up with two things, and I'm not sure which I want to use, and I'm not sure about what size it's going to be. But I am pretty sure about what I'm going to use as my background. Now, I guess some people will just use whatever they choose as their base will be their background, and then they will add their stuff to it. I don't think I'm going to do that. I could change my mind. Right now I'm just trying to work out my thoughts. I'm trying to get them laid out so that I can, decide on something. It's very exciting, and nobody wants to wait. Everybody wants to get started. So anyway, I have come up with two things. Now, this is a piece of either a flour sack or a feed sack, but not a thick one. This is just the regular, normal, what I call a flour sack. They made them with prints on them, and ladies used to use them for their dresses and stuff. Well, that is what this is. That's one of those type of sacks, which I call a flour sack. This is a grain sack, and it's an old piece of linen hemp, and it's grungy and old and gorgeous. So I was thinking that I might use this, especially if I'm going to hang it on the wall. This would be a really nice piece to hang on the wall. So for that, I have not decided. It will be between one of these. And this one is a little thicker, but if I do the needle test, which I have learned is a good way to tell if you're going, well, that's a double thick, so it wouldn't be that thick, which will tell which fabric. So both of these, the needle goes through easily, and this is not a sharp needle. Excuse me, I think I might have found one here. This is a very tiny needle and very sharp. Let me get up here where you can see. And it goes through either of these very easily. So, excuse my reach while I put that back. So I'm going to decide between one of these here as my base. And I haven't decided yet, and I may not decide for a while. And like I said before, at least I think I said, I haven't really decided on how big it's going to be, but I'm thinking somewhere around maybe 11 by 13, something like that. I want it to be big enough that I will easily be able to find a frame to put it in if I decide to do the shadow box. So, so that's where I'm at now. So now I have to think about the fabrics that I have here, because I think I want to, you know, use these as the base, just cut pieces. And I think, I don't know if I can come in very much with, because you won't be able to see if I do. So I'm thinking I have this pretty piece with this delicate, excuse me, work on the edge. I was thinking this would be nice to have like right down on the edge somewhere. So I have this that I'm thinking about using. And I need to come back out because I just don't have enough space. I'll just hold them up for you to look at, to see. So I'm thinking about that. Then I have this little piece. And all of these are vintage or antique. Most of these are vintage pieces here. And this is a beautiful piece. I love that. So I was thinking a piece of this might be nice. And I'm just kind of going to lay them out. And then here's another gorgeous piece that I could use as a background. And I'm sort of just, they won't be just like this, but it's just the things that I'm thinking about using. And then I have this. I was thinking about using a piece of this somewhere. Excuse me. Then I have this gorgeous piece that I thought I might put somewhere, maybe over one of these stripes where you can still see through it. There's that. Some of this is more like embellishments to go over the top. I need to move those. I have this, which is two doilies that I thought I might put together and make a pocket to put something in. So that might go on here. Then I have this really nice old piece of linen that I thought I might put on. And this I'm not sure about because it's really kind of green. And I don't know if I want to bring any green in or not. So I might use it, I might not. I'm going to put it on here. And let's see, I have this beautiful piece of fabric here. I thought I could use a piece of this somewhere, maybe up in here, just to change the color a little bit. Here I have another piece of beautiful cut work that I might lay on here. And I think I'm getting about to the bottom of this. I'm running out of room for you to see. And then I have this piece, which is a sample piece from this place. It's this floral cut work. And it's from Decorator's Walk, Plainville, New York. And it's very pretty. It's not a new piece, but I thought I might put a piece of that in, because I don't want everything to be white. I want it to be a neutral of whites and creams. And then, so that's what I'm thinking for my background that I'm going to lay down and stitch on. And when I get that done, by the time I get that done, it'll probably be time for some prompts, and then I can know what we're going to be doing. But we're supposed to choose some treasures and stuff. So, but I was thinking of using some of these small bits. I'm not exactly sure how dark I want to go with the blues, but I have a sampling of blue fabrics here that I might want to use. So I'll be using some of these. That one's getting a little dark, but still, I kind of thought I might want to put some flowers, some of that on. And maybe this lady could go on there. And then I'm kind of getting into some of the reds that I was thinking of using. This, I'm not sure. I think that might not be the right shade. This one's nice. And then I have this, which are all, you know, I might scatter them around in there. Here's the one and only Sanderson fabric that I have. I have a pretty large piece of this, and I might use that. If I use that, it will kind of bring in this color here. So maybe that. Then I have a few other reds that I might bring in. I'm not sure about this one, perhaps. Then I have this one, which is looks older. It's really not, but it looks old. And I have this piece of old linen that I love, that I think I can use. Another piece, some more ticking that I might bring in. Different shades of blue here. And for sure, I want to use a piece of this. This is old and lovely, I think. It's a pretty blue, and I believe it will look very nice on here. And then I have another shade of blue. So I have a lot of blues and reds that I'm thinking of using. Just not big pieces, just little ones, like maybe just this lady's face, like just that. And then I could add a little, you know, something along the sides. I have some little doily pieces here to add in. And I have some of these little little delicate doilies that I thought I could use. And let's see, what else do I have? This is a vintage lace, and it has a little bit of a, I know you're not seeing it, but it's got a little gold thread that runs through it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I liked that, thought I could use that. This little piece here. And an old piece of lace. This was just laying on my desk here. And then just this little thing, it was laying on my desk also. Might could use that. And then let's see, I have these pieces of tatting, which I think is what these are. It's tatting crochet. Is that a word? I think so. Or a style. So I have some of that. Then I have some accents that I thought I might could add on. I'm not sure about this. That might be a little too pink, but there are some blue pieces that I think I could use. I have some flower fabric with pinks and blues and reds that I thought might work good. This might be too yellow. I think it is. I think I won't use that. This looks like watercolors. Maybe a little piece of that. And then this blue here is very pretty. And then what else do I have? Now I do have to take a picture of this, so I'm going to have to straighten it up before I take a picture. But I'm just sort of showing what I have that I might use. I have some flowers here that I might add on just for, you know, accents here and there. And then I have a lot of little pieces of flowers that I might add on and then embroidery over some of these. I have quite a few of those. And I have a couple of birds that I picked out. Here's another bird. That's like a calling card thing. This was Kathy Holden fabric here, I think. All of these are Kathy Holden. Yeah, some stamps. These are all just options. I probably will not use most of this stuff. Not after I find out more. But this is pretty, and I might use that. Probably not that. This is probably too big. So then I have this piece, which I love, and this came off of a dress or something. But I love the flowers on it, and I might could, you know, stitch around them or something. It's just another option. Here's a piece off of some fabric that I have. It looks like a little scarf, little dresser scarf or something. Might use that. These are just some little odds and ends pieces of fabric and a piece of a handkerchief. Some denim. It's my granddaughter's jeans, pocket of her jeans. Not that. I don't think I want that. So that's all the fabrics that I've chosen so far. And then I have a few yo-yos. Not too many. So I've got a pile here. And then I got out some lace in this box here that I have treasures. Now these are old pieces that I think I would just use as accents on the top. This is a baby cap. This is a tatted baby cap. Beautiful. I'm not sure why that little piece is on there, but I'm going to leave it. It's on this side too. I think probably there might have been a little tie attached to that came around, but I don't know. Anyway, I've got these, and then I have this sweet one here. It's very pretty. I don't know if I would want to cut these. I don't know why not. There's one thing I've realized from my husband passing away is that there's no need in me saving the things that I love, because, you know, our children, they don't appreciate very much the things of the past. It's kind of, how do I say it? They have their own interest. And as far as my kids go, my daughter and my son, these things are not very much of interest to them. So why save it? I might as well cut into it and use it, right? I will say this. The snippet roll that I'm making, my daughter has asked me if she can have that, which thrills me that she would want it. So yes, I will be giving that to her when I'm done with it. I hope to teach my granddaughter to appreciate some of this stuff. I'm going to start her out early because she's already a little bit interested. So that's a pretty piece there. So I think I'm going to teach her to appreciate these things, or try to anyway. This is old and stained and torn, but I could still use a piece of this, and it's I forgot what kind of lace you call it. Irish lace. It has the little, all of these need to be pressed before I can use them. Have the little flowers that are standing up on them. I think it's called Irish lace. I'm not sure. I don't know what to call it. I just kind of guess at that stuff. And then there's this pretty piece that would go, I don't know where it would go. That piece I have cut off already, so it's not a problem to cut some more of this. But I thought these flowers might look really pretty to use. And there's another piece. All of these are a nice shade. Here's some more tatting. And here's some tatting and some other laces in there. And this is, I think this is what they call the insertion lace. It goes in it attaches two pieces of fabric together like that. The light's not good. I don't think it's very late here. And here's some more tatting. I'm not going to take it out. This is a pretty lace, but I'm not going to take that out either. And here's a nice old, I guess another one of what they'd call the insertion laces, because it's unfinished on both ends. So you just put it in the middle of some fabric. So that might be nice to use. And then I have this very delicate lace here. It's really pretty. Use some of that. That's that one I showed you, isn't it? Or is this a different one? Nope, this is different. This different? Yep, this is a, I'm not sure how this job worked, but it's a part of a collar somehow. It went over it was attached here somehow, and then that hung down the back, I guess. There was some sleeves or something that went with this. I'm not sure. I don't know how those things work. Something like that, I suppose, but it's just the lace. That's so pretty on this. So, most of my laces I have wound on some bobbins and stuff. I did a reorganization last year, and I organized all my laces, but some of them I didn't get done, and some of them just, they weren't right for putting on a, you know, a spool or something. So here's a nice collar, very delicate, very delicate. And so all of these things are pieces that I could use. And I have some more applique, old applique in here. And then this is a gorgeous piece. Isn't that pretty? I'm not sure exactly what it was supposed to be, but it's long and went to something. If you know what it is, would you let me know? Because I don't know. It just, I found it, I liked it, and I bought it. So anyway, I have all these laces. I don't know how I'm going to get all this stuff onto my mood board. I'm just going to have to put some of it and not all of it. Then I have buttons. So I have these old linen buttons from Germany. I got these from Germany. And then I have a lot of mother of pearl buttons in here, different colors, that I might use some of those. I have some vintage wedding dress buttons in here. These are all old from some wedding applique pieces that I have bought from time to time, and from one wedding dress that I had. So, and then these are all some mother of pearl buttons also in here. But then I have these little cameos. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? I don't know. Whoops. Maybe. Anyway, they're little carved cameos, hand carved. I bought from somebody on Etsy a long time ago. And then I have some glass buttons. I might want to add some glass buttons to my piece. And what have I got in here? Oh, sorry for the glare. Let me see if I can get you. These are some old pieces of beads that I cut off of an old vintage wedding dress. I used most of the wedding dress. I don't have very, very little of it left. I've used it over the years, but these were on there. And then I have these beads that were made in Japan a long time ago. I had like 3 or 4 strands, so I have some that's already open. So they're just little tiny buttons. They look like this. They're little buttons is what they are. And then I have these old rhinestone buttons. They don't want to stay where you can look at them. Have some of those. And let's see what else. have some old things in here. I have some old buttons in here. I might just put the whole thing on there. And then there's old buttons in here. I bought this at an old antique mall, and he just gave me the whole thing. I think I paid $2 for all of it. And it had all this old stuff in it. So, anyway, got that. And, is there anything else? That might be, I had some, I thought I had some, oh, here it is. It's hid under here. Let me move it. Just a couple of old things here. An old earring. And this old rhinestone necklace. Thought I might put a piece of that on, or maybe even figure out how to let it come all the way across as a trim. So anyway, that is what I have gathered up so far. Now, I do still have some packs of Rachel's fabrics that I've had for a few years and never even used any of them. I might go in and get some of those out, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't know why I'm hanging on to them, but I am. So, now I need to clean up all of this, organize my mood board, and take a picture of it for the Facebook group. So, I'm going to link Rachel and Sarah's videos where they announce our new stitchery project that will be starting in July. So if any of you are interested in participating, you have lots of time. We still have a month left on our Down the Garden Path, which was volume 3 of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. And so we still have another month of that before we get into this. They just wanted to go ahead and give us heads up so that we could start figuring out what we wanted to use. And so I know that this is going to be the main stuff that I use, I think. So I'm going to get my mood board organized and so that I can take a picture and get it onto Facebook. I would put a picture on the end of this video, only I don't know how. I don't edit. I don't know anything about it. So I can't do that. But I'll leave the link to the Facebook group. So if you're interested in participating, all the information will be down below. So I guess that is it. I've shown you everything I'm going to use. I have a big old mess here that I need to clean up. And thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. And I will be talking to you soon. I think I'm back now. I've kind of got myself somewhat on track. I still have good days and bad days, but I'm taking one day at a time. Sometimes I have to just take an hour at a time or a minute at a time, but I'm making it. I'm doing okay. So I'm going to go for now, and I will talk to you guys later. So Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.